Here we go. Caden.Peterson21. Do you think sleeping on my throwing arm is unhealthy? I'll start this off by saying, I don't want to give any medical advice pertaining to like injury specific, health specific stuff. I will say I used to be so superstitious in season, probably starting at the age of like 10, all the way up until probably 23, 4, 5, about sleeping on my throwing arm. Like it was, I remember specifically when the off season would hit, I'd be like, great, now I can sleep on my right arm. But I was always so superstitious about sleeping on my right arm, so I'd have to like sleep on my left, but my body naturally would turn. And I remember there was one particular occasion when I was 14, I was supposed to pitch. It was a Babe Ruth game. I was supposed to pitch. It was like a Saturday, and I slept at a buddy's house Friday night, and we were going to carpool to the place that the game was at. And I slept at a buddy's house, but I fell asleep on the floor. Like it wasn't planned to sleep on the floor. I just fell asleep on the floor, and I slept on my like right shoulder, and I couldn't pitch that next day because my freaking shoulder arm was like jacked. I remember like not being able to lift it above my head. And that's probably actually why like the superstition was so superstition did. But in terms of unhealthy, I'll be honest, I sleep on my right side all the time now. I've gotten kind of over my superstitions with stuff, and I haven't really woken up anytime being like, whoa, my arm's freaking, I slept on it wrong or whatever. My elbow's jacked up, or I have limited elbow extension, so maybe it's that that helps me. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I got. You got anything on sleeping on your?
Not medical advice.
Oh, we already specified not medical advice.
For me, because they might think I'm a doctor.
I don't think if you're looking at this guy, I'd be like, yep, that's a doctor. He's got an Oura ring.
When I have really bad elbow, or I guess during Oklahoma, when my elbow was kind of flaring up, anytime I'd sleep on that side, I'd wake up and just like, oh, can't brush my teeth with this.
Oh, it'd be worse?
Yeah. And it would essentially like amplify it, I guess.
So, but do you find sleeping on your dominant side is like way more comfy?
I always wake up on that side, so I know like no matter what, I always switch to it.
I'm the same. I feel like I always fall asleep on my left, snuggling my pillow. One pillow in between the legs, 2 weighted blankets, Sensacom, discount code Robby, and I always wake up right side, like no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say the same way. No matter how I sleep, I always wake up like this.
It is so much comfier though. Is that a word? Comfier?
Have you ever woken up on the other side of the bed? Like, I'm talking like your head, like let's say you have a headboard if you do, and that's how you normally, that's how normal it is.
What's a headboard?
I've slept, okay, like where your pillows
are,
like
right? In the hotels, yeah.
Like, I've slept, and then somehow when I've woken up, I was where my feet were.
What?
And just been like...
Yeah, you might want to get that looked at. Have you ever sleepwalked?
No, but I have a issue talking.
In your sleep?
Yeah.
Dude, rooming with those guys on the road is probably like the most enjoyable content creation ever.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a vlog day. So to answer your question, Caden, do I think it's unhealthy? I don't think it's like extremely optimal in just like thinking about it logically, right? I mean, you're putting a pretty good amount of weight, depending on the bed too, right? Some beds are stiff. Some people like stiff mattresses. Some people like cloud mattresses. Me personally, not a huge soft guy. Like when you go to the Holiday Inn, you get the options of like the pillows, you know, like firm, extra firm, soft, extra soft.
That's the thing, you get the
Holiday Inn, yeah. I'm always like a big firm guy. So I also slept when I lived in Omaha doing my rehab. I slept on the floor, and that was probably the best sleep I think I've ever gotten because of the stability of it. But yeah, man, not medical advice, but I would say it's less than optimal. But I don't want you to lose the quality of sleep because you're sitting there trying to go to bed and overthinking like, oh, I gotta be here, and then you put it in an uncomfortable position, then your sleep is compromised, and then you get hurt because you slept 2 hours before a start or whatever. Hopefully that makes sense.
I have a friend who has to sleep on, actually my friend and his brother both sleep on the ground on purpose because they messed up their backs earlier.
Yeah.
Or like something has to do with his hip, so it's stemmed, and then like
it's like almost too much
on the ground.
Too much cushion is like,
yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.